Namaste, welcome everyone. I hope you're well. My name is Kata van Dusselaar and this is my 14 days myofascial yin yoga challenge. Today we are on day 12. Yes, I hope you already journeyed with me from the beginning, and I really do hope that you start to feel a new flow of energy in your life. I love to say that whenever I bring people on a journey, whether it's in my teacher trainings or workshops, it's always like that we generate a new flow of energy, and somehow we start to be moved by that flow of energy, be taken into new places inside of our mind, inside of our heart, and inside of our bodies. I hope that this is happening to you as well. Please comment on this underneath my video. I would love to hear a little bit from your experience. If you love my offerings, I would love to invite you to explore the course that I will be offering in March. It's an online live module. However, you have the possibility for a small extra fee to purchase the recordings, so you can watch it at any moment. An advanced yin yoga fascia module. There is a bit of yang involved because it's so important that we nourish the fascia in different ways, and also that we get knowledge about that. Many of us are very passionate about yin, but do we really know how to balance the fascia stretch effect out with, for example, strengthening actions on the fascia? This is what we're going to explore, and of course many other things, how to work with the balls, offering myofascial release, and also listening to the incredible one and only Dr. Robert Schleib, a fascia expert from Germany, who is a world-known fascia expert, leading the yearly fascia conferences in Europe. And yeah, I'm just very grateful he's joining this module with me. Check it out on my website. It's called Advanced Myofascial Yin Yang Module. You find it on www.riseandshineyogaschool.com amongst the online teacher trainings. So yeah, I hope to see you there. Right now we still have an early bird offering, so don't miss that. Great. Today, day 12. Right, so we will start today with a bit of breathing into the heart, the chest area. Never underestimate the power of breath, even when it comes down to fascia. Our breath is actually gently massaging our entire body from within, right? So a deeper breath, just like yogic breath that is encouraged since thousands and thousands of years, is actually helping us with digestion, helping us with our vitality, and massaging our fascia. So in that way, you could say that it's helping us with pains, it's helping us with release of stress and emotions as well. And also, it's helping us in some gentle ways with our postures as well. For example, I don't know if you heard about this, there was this teenage girl, Maria Schrott, in Germany last century, and she was diagnosed with scoliosis, and she managed to kind of bring her spine back only with stretches and the breath that was able to move her body and free the body in places where it was stuck. So today we will have a lot on the breath, and for that I invite you to find a nice comfortable sitting position. Have your palms facing up, your face relaxed, your jaw dropping down, just in a neutral, relaxed way. And maybe just take a couple of deep breaths. Nothing strenuous, nothing forceful, just as it feels good for you. Inhaling fresh vitality and exhaling what no longer serves us. If your mind is wandering away, you can introduce the counting for every inhalation, counting for maybe 5 or 6 or 4, depending on the length of your natural breath. And with every exhalation, the same amount. Nothing forceful, just slowly counting in your own rhythm for both the inhale and the exhale. And then slowly you can have your hands come onto the heart. You can cross your thumbs and just create that loving, sweet space for you. Inviting lightness and peace into your heart as you breathe in, and releasing any worries and tension as you breathe out. Inviting peace and love and lightness as you breathe in, and releasing anything that you don't need right now as you breathe out. A last breath here. And a nice long full exhale, maybe throughout your mouth. And then from here, slowly, gently, we can just take our hands down and then come onto our hands and knees. And from here, we're just going to start with Anahata. Reaching forward with both of your arms. Feel free to bend your elbows if you need to. And placing either your forehead down or your chin down. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can bend the elbows, you can broaden the distance between the hands. If your nose is in the way, you can also maybe turn your face to the side or put a block underneath your forehead. It is also possible to do half Anahata, right? To have your forearm bent under the forehead. And that will elevate a little bit your head. Maybe it's also easing your shoulders. If this is too intense for the lower back, you can also just put a bolster under the chest, under the belly. Or eventually just go into a Sphinx. So just finding your breath here, just allowing yourself to soften into the pose. And again, think about the letting go for every exhalation. For a moment, have your awareness more on the letting go side. Releasing everything that bothers you, everything that makes you worry. Imagine you can just give it to your breath. You can release it through the exhale. Notice the sensations, notice what is changing. And let's just have the last 3 breaths here. Very last one. And a nice long full exhale as we slide forward onto the belly. If you want to, you can have a couple of shoulder rolls here. And then you can relax your arms by your side. Turn your face to one side. And relax, release. Just drop the body. And slowly from here, we will continue with the broken wing. But if you want, you can also use a little ball. Maybe, one of these, the peanuts ones, if you have them. You can also find them on my website in the web shop, right? You can just put it under the sort of this area, right? So not the chest, but on your upper arm in these areas, in these spots, right? So actually you could also put it more on the lower arm. That's totally fine. That would be too much of a pressure to put it here. And then we will just roll over and see if you can put a ball right under sort of the lower arm area, also fine, or the higher part. And then just rolling over, you could also just stretch a little bit your fingers and just take a couple of breaths here. Notice what's happening. If this is too much for your shoulder, you could try this against the wall, right? Still with the ball, right? And you face the wall, then you kind of turn your knees to the opposite direction, and then you can put the ball also in the upper arm area or the forearm, but it's important, of course, is the inner area, right? The inside of the arm, the softer part. And just notice what's happening there. I'm going to go back down, showing it to you here, right on the belly, and then from there moving over. Yes. You may feel that it's actually releasing a little bit more the shoulders, or that your breath is lighter or more spacious. Last 3 breaths here with the ball. And you can get the ball out and just put your arm without the ball. Notice the sensations. And then slowly, gently, you can move back to the center. You can relax your arms by your side, turn your face to the opposite side than before, and just explore the sensations. And from here, slowly we can come up, and we can do that on the other side. So reach with your left arm next to you at the shoulder level, palm is facing down. You can put a ball, if you want to, under the upper arm or the forearm part, and then gently roll over the left shoulder. See if you need to put something under the left shoulder. And then just calmly breathe here. Slowly you can release the ball and continue to stay in the pose without the ball. Notice the sensation, what changed. Maybe you take this arm behind as well. And then slowly from here, you can take your hand in front of your face and gently come back to the center. You can turn onto the belly, release your arms. If you want to, you can do a couple of shoulder rolls and then just relax your arms. Release everything. Observing again what's happening and what is arising. Remind yourself to be the observer, giving space to whatever is arising deep within. And then from here, slowly, gently, we can come back up. And this practice, unless you really want it, I would prefer to finish it with a sitting meditation, just because we freed the upper body, we freed the breath, giving yourself a little moment to just be, to just breathe, to observe yourself, your presence. And if you want, you can include a tiny mantra into this practice. So hum, which means I am. So on the inhale and hum on the exhale, internally just repeating it. And now let yourself feel into that for a moment. Who am I? If you feel into your own presence, your pure presence, how does that feel without the stories of the mind, without the physical defining you, just from the depth of your being? Who am I? And thank you for practicing with me today as well. I hope that you enjoyed it, that it elevated you, or cleansed you, refreshed you. Namaste. Feel free to leave a comment or any question, and I would be so glad to come back to you. And if you love this practice, please share it with your friends, anyone that you love. The world needs more peace now. Namaste.